Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of the most offensive podcast ever. I'm Slimmy V, and today I am going to show you what integrity looks like when it's coming from a reporter or a journalist. But them getting fired or suspended is something else, right? So gonna get into this story because so often I talk about social media, I talk about mainstream news media and their agenda. Okay, I also talk about how they are supposed to be our watchdogs, telling us what's going on, telling us the scoops. But unfortunately, we have people in a higher position who are dictating to these reporters, okay, to these anchors, okay, to these journalists or reporters, whatever, what to say and how to say it. Yes, there is an agenda. There is an agenda. And if they do not come out and tell us this, we won't know. There is a playbook that they're going by. This really sucks for all of us, but this sheds a light into what's really going on with these mainstream news media analysts or reporters and journalists and the people of that sort. So I am going to let you watch this for yourself. I'm not going to say too much. It's a little lengthy, but I guarantee it's going to be worth your time. Before you do, please hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. It's going to do me some good. And I could bring you more reports like this. I just don't want to get banned. But anyway, enough of my yapping. Without further ado, let's go ahead and roll the tape. And thank you to ABL for commenting on this. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have known this. This is great stuff. And mind you, again, do not side with right-wing news media or left-wing news media. Don't side with that. I mean, judge the story on the story itself. The story itself, not the person who's telling it, because people can be manipulated. Okay, so sometimes it doesn't matter who's reporting as long as the story itself is right. And I hope those who are subscribed to my channel and are following me know that I don't side with people. I side with what's being said, whether it's the truth. Okay, so let's go look at this reporter or this journalist who has integrity.
Outages across the region. Fox 26 reporter Ivory Hecker is live in Montgomery County to take a look at that aspect.
Thanks, guys. That's right. Before we get to that story, I want to let you, the viewers, know that Fox Corp has been muzzling me to keep certain information from you, the viewers. And from what I'm gathering, I am not the only reporter being subjected to this. I am going to be releasing some recordings about what goes on behind the scenes at Fox because it applies to you, the viewers. I found a nonprofit journalism group called Project Veritas. It's going to put that out tomorrow, so tune into them. But as for this heat wave across Texas, you can see what it's doing to AC units.
Wow. Did she just come out on the air and said what she said? Applaud. Applaud. I mean, look, I can't ask everyone to do this. Everyone has kids to feed. But, man, this is integrity. This is honesty. This is truthful. Okay? Let's continue. Now, after this, I don't know, I guess this was recorded, but she got suspended. So, check it out.
Hello.
Hey, Ivory.
Hi.
All right. I wanted to call you and let you know that you are suspended effective immediately, pending further review.
Okay.
I would ask you not to come to the station. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and we will be in touch.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
She did not even argue. She's like, okay, all right, bye. Thank you, all right. Simple. Whatever she said had to be told to us, the American people. People who needs to know what's going on. What you're going to see in the end is going to be mind-blowing. Keep watching.
Fox came at my throat for standing up against censorship.
In my opinion, you failed as a reporter.
From the inside, yes, there's a narrative. Yes, it is unspoken, but if you accidentally step outside the narrative, if you don't sense what that narrative is and go with it, there will be grave consequences for you.
It's not just about the viewers, it's about what our CEO reads. It's about what our GM reads.
My question is very simple. Why are you doing this?
It affects the viewers, that's why I'm doing this. The viewers are being deceived by a carefully crafted narrative in some story. From my experience, my newsroom kind of groups everyone into racial groups. You know, a lot of our meetings are about, well, how does this play to black people?
Hecker says Fox 26's suppression of news stories many times was based on their viewer demographics.
I have passed on Bitcoin stories by almost every single reporter for our 5 o'clock audience because that's not our 5 o'clock audience. So there are lots of reasons. If I know our numbers are tanking from 5 to 6, and in one particular segment, an older woman, whatever, I may say, yeah, the Bitcoin for African-American audience of 5, it's probably not going to play. That's a choice I'm making, an editorial choice.
What does she mean by that?
Research is done to study what sort of demographic groups watch each newscast, and it was found that, according to her, that some of our biggest audience at 5 is poor black people, and she has decided that poor black people don't care about Bitcoin.
That seems sort of a racially charged statement to make on her behalf.
She chose to kind of divert to the story of Bitcoin herself.
Hecker goes on to explain how she believes Fox 26's biases go beyond just race. It even seeps into their coverage of medicine and health in general. We have some of those examples.
Watch this. Totally gonna blow you off the face of YouTube.
Including a video clip of Dr. Stella Emanuel talking.
You remember Dr. Stella Emanuel? The lady that came out says that she used hydroxychloroquine.
Talking about hydroxychloroquine in July of 2020.
That story went viral July 27th. The next morning at Fox 26, someone tipped me off, this doctor's from Houston. This is our local story. And we also, everyone noticed how it was getting censored across social media platforms like we'd never seen before. We were all stunned by that. My boss, Susan, talked about how it did not make sense that they were censoring this. Dart brought up that.
Who's Dart?
Oh, Dart is Susan's boss, our station president. And Dart on that call, he said, look, it's obvious why this is getting censored. President Trump said that hydroxychloroquine works. He retweeted her.
So whatever President Trump says, they do the opposite. Mind you, this is a local Fox News network.
And whatever he does, everyone wants to do the opposite.
Who said that?
That's what Dart said.
That's a great question, and the answer is yes. We have used it. I mean, we know that it's a drug that has been politicized up to the wazoo. We've used it. We use it with good success.
I asked that question because I was getting those tips from the viewers, and that was a story, by the way, that Susan and Lee sent me there to cover the COVID treatments at that hospital. I just wasn't supposed to ask that question.
To cease and desist posting about hydroxychloroquine. In my opinion, you failed as a reporter to not know more if you were going to post about hydroxychloroquine, that you didn't look it up and look at the latest post, the latest research about it. Read the articles, read
I
the
have.
study. There was a major study in the New England Journal of Medicine on July 23rd before that doctor, went viral. I mean, you didn't refer to any of that.
That study makes him more newsworthy. I was aware of that study, which is why I posted him.
What study?
Because
Which study?
I referenced it in my story about Dr. Emanuel.
She's shutting down a news story that's actually happening, and that's just one of many news stories.
There you have it. There's nothing else for me to say. This is happening. Okay? Again, do not side with any news network. Do your independent research. Use your common sense. God gave you a gift to think, a gift to reason, a gift to know what's bullcrap and to know what's good, right? So use your brains. This is mind-blowing, and this is just one of many. This is one of many. Fox 26, okay? Ivory Hecker should get our applause. Okay? So, trust me, this censorship thing is real. This cancel people's YouTube pages because they talk about this, because it goes against their agenda and what they want to push. It's real and it's happening, and we need to speak out against it to make sure it stops. This does not need to continue. We see she is putting her job on the line. Don't know if she have a family. I don't know if she has kids. So that's taking food out of her family's mouth, right? So if these people are going to have integrity and stand up for us, the American people, the only thing that we could do is make videos about them and share this and spread it. And don't let what she did goes up in flame. She did not do this for nothing. We're going to spread this. We're going to share what she says, and we're gonna keep speaking up. That's all we can do at the moment. Let's not let her and people like her with integrity down. If you're not offended, obviously you're not watching or listening. I'm Slimmy V, and this is the most offensive podcast ever. God bless, stress less, and let Yahweh give you rest. I'm out. Peace.